Hi there, this is Joshua Howard from 180 Theory. And in this video, I'm going to do a smoking craving buster. This one's slightly different than the other craving buster I have on my YouTube page because this one doesn't entail a long-form hypnotic induction and it's not about conversational hypnosis. In fact, the point of this craving buster is to kind of do the opposite of what the other craving buster does. This craving buster is designed to help you to take the feeling of the craving itself and use that to propel you into a different feeling. And so the theory behind this one is that whatever you resist persists. And the harder you push something, the more energy you put into it. And then therefore the harder it is to avoid because you're making it stronger and stronger by trying to avoid it. And I'm sure that if you've tried to quit smoking before, you've recognized this. You say to yourself, oh, I'm not going to have a cigarette today. I'm not going to have a cigarette today. I'm not going to have a cigarette today. And then somewhere during the day, you just find yourself breaking down and having one. It's because all day as you're putting effort into telling yourself, no, you can't have one, you're reinforcing the feeling that it should be there. And so what we're going to do with this craving buster is take the feeling or the understanding that you have that lets you know you are craving a cigarette and use that to propel you into something else. So, with that being said, the first thing that I want you to do is focus to yourself right now on the craving that you have for a cigarette. So obviously, watch this video when you're having a craving for a cigarette. It's not going to be that helpful to you when you're not having a craving for a cigarette. Okay, that being said, think about what it is that's letting you know that you're craving a cigarette. Now, one of the reasons I shot the video in this specific form right here is that many of my clients express to me that they have a feeling in their chest right here that lets them know that they want a cigarette. Sometimes it's a pulling forward. Sometimes it's a drawing in. Sometimes it's a feeling of needing expansion. Sometimes it's a feeling of needing to be opened up or enriched. Sometimes it's a feeling of needing to let down steam. Some of my clients express a picture of watching themselves smoke a cigarette. Some of my clients express watching themselves see a picture of a cigarette burning, or maybe even just a pack of cigarettes. To this point, I haven't had a lot of clients express to me that they hear a ton of sounds. It's often like, part of it, maybe the sound of a lighter sparking. Or maybe the sound of the crackle of a cigarette as you're smoking it. You're taking a puff. But it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you allow yourself right now to focus on whatever sense it is that lets you know that you want a cigarette. So maybe, like I said, a picture, a feeling, a sound, doesn't really matter. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to talk as if it's a feeling in your chest right here. Because as I said, that's the most common thing that I hear from my clients. So I want you to focus on the feeling or the picture that lets you know that you're having a cigarette craving. And as you're focused on that picture or feeling, I want you to just notice where the edges of it are. Just notice where the borders of it are, where the craving is, where it starts, and where it ends. And as you focus your attention on that, just go ahead and allow yourself to divide that feeling in half. Just cut it all the way in half. So that all you're left with is 1/2 of the craving. And as you're fixated on that feeling of half the craving, go ahead and cut it in half again. So all that you're left with is just 1/4 of the craving. Now as you're focusing on that feeling of noticing what it's like to have only 1/4 of the craving, what I want you to do is to go ahead and allow yourself to either pass through or drop through this feeling. So to just go through the feeling like this, and then allow yourself to drop through on the other side. And notice what's beyond that. Where are you now? Notice what feelings have come up for you now. Often people will notice that they're feeling a feeling of joy, or a feeling of stress, or a feeling of tension. So whatever that feeling is, go ahead and focus on that. Or whatever that picture is, go ahead and focus on that. And then as you're focusing on that, what I want you to do is go ahead and just allow yourself to cut it in half again. So just notice what happens as you cut that feeling or picture in half. And now, as you've done that, allow yourself to go ahead and cut it in half again. And as you've allowed it to be cut in half again, just go ahead and drop through one more time. And notice what it feels like on the other side of this. What does it feel like now that you've dropped through that feeling? Are you feeling something else? Is there something further beyond that state? Or have you reached a clear state of mind yet? If you're still feeling some kind of feeling, or still feeling the cigarette craving, just allow yourself to feel that feeling fully. If you're still seeing a picture, allow yourself to see the picture. If it's a new picture or feeling, just allow it to permeate your body. And do the same thing. Just notice where the outline of the feeling is, and then cut it in half. And then go ahead and cut that feeling in half again. And then allow yourself to just drop through one more time. And allow yourself to notice, again, what's behind that feeling. Have you allowed yourself to reach a clear state of mind yet? Is your mind totally clear and calm, or is there still something lingering? Just allow yourself to focus yet one more time on whatever feelings or pictures are happening in your mind. And just go ahead and focus again one more time on the outline. Focus on where the feeling begins and where the feeling ends. Then allow yourself to just cut it in half one more time. And then allow yourself to cut that feeling in half yet one more time. And as you've got those feelings bracketed and cut in half like that, just go ahead and drop through one more time. And as you drop through to the other side, I want you to just focus on the feeling that you're having there. The feeling now of clarity. The feeling of clarity and relaxation permeating all throughout your mind and all throughout your body. Perfect. So now go ahead and take a long, slow, deep breath. Let it all the way out. And as you let it all the way out, just allow yourself to relax all the way down, knowing that whenever you want to, you can do this same process for yourself. Just remember that all you have to do is notice the feeling, cut the feeling in half, cut the feeling in half, again, and just allow yourself to drop through it to the other side. And once you get to the other side, often you'll notice that you've found something different or something that's inspiring you to go on and have the feeling that you were having before. This is often a path to find something deeper than the cigarette craving, to find what's underlying the cigarette craving. I usually teach this to my clients after we've done a smoking cessation session, and many of my clients find this to be particularly helpful, but I usually teach it to them in trance. So something I'm curious about is how well this works for you all. So if you've tried out this video for smoking cessation or to block a cigarette craving, and you've had any kind of success or any kind of failure with it, I'm really curious what successes or failures you've had. So please just go ahead and put a comment below that lets me know whether or not this was helpful for you, because I'm really curious whether or not some of these hypnotic processes can be easily learned through these types of videos, or if they really need to be taught one-on-one to somebody throughout an interactive hypnotic process. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hope that this was helpful for breaking your craving. And like I said, leave a comment below and please like the video and share it if you enjoyed it. And check out my website, 180theory.com. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.